Hello friends, how are you? You know what is Cauchy aromatic compound and what is the criteria for Cauchy aromatic compound? Remember, when cation or anion is the part of complete resonance and is the part of aromaticity, that compound is said to be Cauchy aromatic compound. Take this example. This is cation of cyclopropene. So here, this is carbocation which is sp2 hybridized. Here it is sp2, here it is sp2, compound is planar. So here, this cation is the part of delocalization and a complete resonance due to charge. Suppose breaking of this bond and shifting of electrons like this, so this carbon will acquire positive charge. And next, a resonating structure will be like this. Then breaking of this pi bond and shifting of electrons like this. Now this carbon is electron donor, so this carbon will acquire positive charge. So it is like this. So there is a complete resonance due to charge. So that compound is said to be Cauchy aromatic compound. So we can say this is Cauchy aromatic compound. Remember, Cauchy aromatic compounds are ionic compounds. Overall, this is aromatic. Overall, this is aromatic. How many pi electrons are there? Here 2 pi electrons and it obeys Huckel's rule. And here complete resonance due to charge. And a charge is the part of delocalization. And a charge is the part of aromatic system. That compound is said to be what? Cauchy aromatic compound. Take another example. Take this dication. Total number of pi electrons here 2 pi electrons. Each carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon. And this is a planar compound. So here, breaking of this pi bond and shifting in between these two, and this carbon will acquire positive charge. It is like this. Next, resonating structure. Now shifting of this pi bond in between these two carbon atoms, so this carbon will acquire positive charge. It is like this. And here these two cations are the part of delocalization, complete resonance due to these two cations. And due to these two positive charge, this system is aromatic. So this compound is said to be Cauchy aromatic, and overall this is aromatic. Overall this is aromatic. Another example. We have taken trifulmin. Example number 3. Name of this compound is a trifulmin. Now tell me whether this is aromatic, anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. See here. This is exocyclic double bond. We have taken this example in previous lecture. This carbon-carbon double bond is exocyclic. So after breaking up this bond, breaking up pi bond, we can decide whether this is aromatic or not. So here are two possibilities. When breaking up pi bond in this manner, and this carbon will acquire positive charge, this carbon will acquire negative charge. Here it is a positive charge and here it is a negative charge. This is possibility number 1. What is second possibility? Breaking up pi bond in this manner. So this carbon is electron pair acceptor, this carbon is electron pair donor. So this carbon will acquire negative charge. And here it is a negative charge. And this carbon will be positively charged. In first, when breaking up this pi bond and shifting of electrons toward this CH2, So this carbon will acquire negative charge. And in the second case, breaking up pi bond and shifting up both electrons toward this carbon. So this carbon will acquire negative charge. Now tell me which structure is more stable? How many pi electrons are there? Now consider this ring only. Here 2 pi electrons. Hybridization of each carbon is sp2. Here sp2, sp2, sp2 compound is planar. Here also hybridization of each carbon is sp2. Here also sp2. But here total number of pi electrons are what? 2 and 2. This lone pair and 4 pi electrons. And this is anti-aromatic. This is unstable. And we know that each and every organic compound try to attain the stability. So we have to consider this one. And this is aromatic. Overall, this compound is aromatic. So this positive charge is the part of resonance. And this positive charge is the part of complete resonance. That is why we can say this compound is a quasi-aromatic compound. Next example, I will take pentafulvin. Name of this compound is a pentafulvin. Here also there is one exocyclic carbon-carbon double bond. Again here two possibilities. Suppose breaking a pi bond and shifting of electrons towards this carbon. So this carbon will acquire positive charge and this carbon will acquire negative charge. And a structure will be like this. These two pi bonds as it is. Now take this ring. Each carbon is sp2 hybridized and a ring is planar. A ring is planar. Total number of pi electrons. Here pi electrons are 4 pi electrons and Haeckel's electrons are 4. Here 2 pi and here 2 pi electrons. 2 pi, 2 pi, 4 pi. This carbon is electron deficient. Now what is second possibility? Breaking up this pi bond and shifting of electrons toward this carbon atom. Where this carbon is electron pair acceptor. So it will be negatively charged. And this carbon will be positively charged. Now ring is planar again. Consider this ring only. Hybridization of each carbon is sp2. Here also sp2. It is ring, it is flat. There is a complete delocalization of electrons and this lone pair is the part of delocalization. And this charge is the part of delocalization. So total number of pi electrons, 6 pi electrons. So compound is aromatic. This is stable, this is more stable. This is unstable. So we have to consider this one because it attains stability. So this is aromatic. And since this charge is the part of complete resonance, we can say quasi-aromatic compound. Next example, I will take heptafulvin. 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 Structure of heptafulvin is like this. Again here it is exocyclic double bond. Again possibilities, different possibilities, two possibilities are there. Breaking a pi bond and shifting of electrons towards CH2. And this carbon will acquire positive charge and this carbon will acquire negative charge. Here it is the first possibility. CH2 minus, and here it will be positive charge. Hybridization of each carbon is sp2, and it is a planar. Total number of pi electrons, 6 pi electrons, and it obeys Huckel's rule. This is stable. What is second possibility? Breaking a pi bond and shifting of electrons like this, and this carbon will acquire negative charge. This carbon will acquire positive charge, and here it is negative charge. Total number of Huckel's electrons 2, 4, 2, 6 and 2, 8 pi electrons. This is unstable. So we have to consider this one. This is more stable. So overall this compound is aromatic. Because total number of pi electrons are 6 pi electrons, it obeys Huckel's rule. Compound is a planar, there is a complete resonance, and here this charge is the part of complete resonance. This is ionic, so we can say this is what? Quasi-aromatic. Is it clear? Next example. I will take bicyclic system. Bicyclic system. Bicyclic fuse system, and here these two cyclopropane rings are connected by exocyclic double bond. Name of this compound is trifluvaline. Trifluvaline. This compound is symmetrical. This carbon-carbon double bond is exocyclic to both rings, ring number 1 and ring number 2. Here only one breaking is possible. Since compound is symmetrical, only one breaking is possible. It is like this. Breaking of pi bond and shifting of pi electrons either toward this carbon or towards this carbon, because this is symmetrical. Now this carbon will acquire positive charge, this carbon will acquire negative charge. Here it is positive charge. Here it is negative charge. Here it is lone pair. Now take ring number 1. So this cation is the part of this ring. Consider ring number 1. So there is a complete resonance in ring number 1. And how many Huckel's electrons are there? Here 2 pi electrons are there. And ring number 1 is aromatic. Ring number 1 is aromatic. Now consider ring number 2. Here it is ring number 2. This lone pair of electron is the part of delocalization. Hybridization of each carbon is sp2. In the first ring also hybridization of each carbon is sp2, and ring number 1 is planar, ring number 2 also planar. It is a flat, there is a complete resonance. But how many pi electrons are there? How many Huckel's electrons are there? There are 4 pi electrons. And ring number 2 not obeys Huckel's rule, and ring number 2 is anti-aromatic. It is anti-aromatic. And remember, in a bicyclic system, in a quasi-bicyclic system, suppose ring number 1 is aromatic, one ring is aromatic and another ring is aromatic, overall compound is said to be non-aromatic. Overall compound is said to be non-aromatic. It never become anti-aromatic. Remember, if one ring is aromatic and another ring is anti-aromatic, compound is not anti-aromatic. Compound is non-aromatic. Remember, this happens in case of what? Bicyclic system. Bicyclic fused system, fused hydrocarbons, bicyclic fused hydrocarbons like this. And one ring is aromatic, another is anti-aromatic, so it will be non-aromatic, not anti-aromatic. So this is what? Non-aromatic. Another example of this. I will take bicyclic system like this. Like this. Again, there is an exocyclic double bond. Here a 5-membered ring and here a 3-membered ring. Compound is not symmetrical. This is unsymmetrical. So here are two possibilities. Here are two possibilities. Breaking up this pi bond and suppose shifting up both pi electrons toward this carbon atom. And this carbon is electron pair donor and this carbon is electron pair acceptor. So this carbon will acquire positive charge and this carbon will acquire negative charge. This is possibility number 1. Here it is positive charge and here it is a negative charge. Now take ring number 1. Hybridization of each carbon is sp2 and ring number 1 is a planar. Total number of pi electrons 2 plus 2 4 pi. There is a complete resonance. So ring number 1 is what? Anti-aromatic. The ring number 1 is anti-aromatic. Now take ring number 2. How many pi electrons are there? Here it is sp2, sp2 and this is also sp2 because this carbanion is in conjugation with double bond. That is why sp2 hybridization. Total number of pi electrons, total number of Huckel's electrons are what? 2 plus 2, 4. This is also anti-aromatic. So overall this is anti-aromatic. Overall this is anti-aromatic. When one ring is aromatic and another is anti-aromatic, it will be non-aromatic. And when both rings are anti-aromatic, then this will be what? Anti-aromatic. Now what is second possibility? Breaking up this pi bond and shifting of electrons like this. Here this is anti-aromatic and this is highly unstable. This is highly unstable. Now what is second possibility? Breaking up this pi bond and shifting of both electrons toward this carbon atom, and this carbon will be negatively charged and this carbon will be positively charged and structure will be here it is negative charge, lone pair of electron, this carbon will be positively charged. It is ionic and quasi. We can say if it is aromatic, then we can say quasi aromatic. Now take ring number 1. So this negative charge is the part of complete resonance. Na, total number of pi electrons are what? 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 pi electrons. Here ring number 1 is aromatic. Ring number 1 is aromatic. Now consider ring number 2. Hybridization of each carbon is sp2. And total number of Huckel's electrons are what? 2 pi electrons. And it obeys Huckel's rule. And this ring number 2 also aromatic. And overall compound is aromatic. And we can say this compound is a quasi-aromatic. Overall compound is aromatic, but we can say quasi-aromatic because here a charge is the part of complete resonance. So there is a delocalization, complete delocalization due to charge. Because quasi-aromatic compounds are what? Ionic compounds. So this compound is aromatic compound. Here this is highly unstable. So forget about this. This is not possible. Because each organic compound try to attain stability, try to acquire stability. So this is stable structure. So forget about first. This is the correct resonance, correct transformation of electrons. And this is what? Aromatic. This is aromatic. Next, I will take pentafulvalene. 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 Structure of pentafulvalene. Again, this is the fused bicyclic compound. This is a pentafulvalene. Here it is exocyclic double bond. Now system is symmetrical, compound is symmetrical. So after breaking up, ion shifting up both pi electrons towards either sides. Suppose shifting of electrons, breaking up this pi bond and shifting of electrons like this. So it will acquire polarity. So this carbon will acquire negative charge and this carbon will acquire positive charge. Since only one possibility is there, because compound is polar. Here it is a negative charge. Here it is positive charge. Now take ring number 1. sp2, 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 sp2. No doubt compound is planar. Ring number 1 is planar. Total number of Huckel's electrons. Remember, these two electrons are the part of complete delocalization and these two electrons are also Huckel's electrons. So total number of Huckel's electrons are 6 pi. And ring number 1 is aromatic. It is aromatic. It is aromatic. Now ring number 2, this one. This is a planar. sp2, 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 sp2. This is a flat. There could be complete delocalization. So this positive charge is the part of complete delocalization. But how many Huckel's electrons are there? 2 plus 2, 4 pi electrons. And it not obeys Huckel's rule. And this ring number 2 is anti-aromatic. It is anti-aromatic. And we know that one ring is aromatic and second one is anti-aromatic. Overall compound is said to be non-aromatic. And this is what? Non-aromatic. This is non-aromatic. Remember, this is a very important concept. Now next, heptafulvalene. I will take heptafulvalene. Again, this is symmetrical. This is symmetrical. So breaking up pi bond and shifting of electrons suppose toward this carbon atom. Na. After breaking up pi bond, the structure will be like this. This carbon will be positively charged and this carbon will be negative charged. Like this. Now take ring number 1. sp2, 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 and ring number 1 is planar. Ring number 1 is planar. How many Huckel's electrons are there? 6 pi electrons. And ring number 1 is aromatic. Ring number 1 is aromatic. Take ring number 2. Here it is one lone pair of electron. And we know that this is the part of delocalization. So how many pi electrons are there? 8 pi electrons are there and ring number 2 is anti-aromatic. Ring number 2 is anti-aromatic. So one ring is aromatic, another is anti-aromatic. So overall compound is what? Non-aromatic. Remember, it is not anti-aromatic. It is important in bicyclic Few's system, isn't it? Either aromatic or non-aromatic. Never it could be what? Anti-aromatic. Remember this concept. Another example. This is very interesting. I will take cyclopropanone. This is cyclopropanone. This is ketone. Here it is a polar bond. So what happens? Sigma pi breaking a pi bond. Here carbon, oxygen. Oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. So compulsory after breaking a pi bond, shifting of electrons like this. Here only one possibility. Oxygen is more electronegative. So structure will be like this. It is like this. Now forget about this negatively charged oxygen. Now consider only ring. Remember here positive charge is the part of complete delocalization. It is the part of cyclic system. And here there is a complete delocalization. Shifting of this pi bond here, this carbon will acquire positive charge. It will be like this. Similarly, shifting of this pi bond here, this carbon will acquire positive charge. And there is a complete resonance. Hybridization sp2, sp2, sp2. Total number of pi electrons are what? 2 pi electrons. Since positive charge is the part of complete resonance, this compound is said to be quasi-aromatic and oral compound is aromatic. Oral compound is aromatic. Or we can say quasi-aromatic. Because this is ionic. Quasi-aromatic compounds are ionic compounds. Next example. Like this. Again compulsory after breaking a pi bond, shifting of electrons like this. And this oxygen is negatively charged. So this carbon is positively charged. This is a planar. sp2, 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 sp2. But total number of pi electrons are 4 pi electrons. So this is anti-aromatic. This is anti-aromatic. This is what? Anti-aromatic. Next example. I will take tropone. This is tropone. Again here it is carbonyl group. Sigma pi breaking a pi bond and shifting of electrons like this. This carbon is electron pair donor, this oxygen is electron pair acceptor. So ionization is there. Here it will be positive charge, here it is a negative charge. And in this positive charge is the part of complete resonance. How many pi electrons are there? 2, 4, 2, 6. sp2, 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 sp2. It is a planar and there is a complete resonance due to charge. And we can say quasi-aromatic compound. And oral compound is what? Aromatic. So this compound is aromatic. Isn't it? Any doubt about quasi-aromatic compound? What is conclusion? Quasi-aromatic compounds are ionic compounds. When charge, either positive, negative, is the part of complete delocalization, complete resonance, that compound we can say that is a quasi-aromatic compound. Isn't it? Oral compound is aromatic. In case of bicyclic system, bicyclic Few's system, either aromatic or non-aromatic. Isn't it? So, it will be what? Anti-aromatic. Any doubt? Thank you.